How old is your body? A fitness age test. Doctors determine how healthy you are by the condition of the body. They do it with the help of examinations, analysis, research, but we, not being doctors, unconsciously determine the age of people by their movements. Do you want to check your fitness age? Do you want to know if your passport lies? Then watch this video till the end and follow our tips. For example, you see an easy, steady walking, good posture, confident balance and eyes, it means you see a girl. Tense, inflexible legs, clenched shoulders and pelvis, you will say that is a woman. Motion stiffened in the joints, insecurely shifting legs, grabbing any support is a typical old lady. And it doesn't matter that the girl and the woman can actually be the same age, and the latter had a plastic surgery and her face is as smooth as ivory. Body movements turn in their true biological age. Modern anti-age medicine knows and uses this knowledge. For example, to determine the age of a person, not the one stated in the passport but the one that corresponds to their health. They are offered not only to do tests, but also to pass the simplest check. You can do it yourself at home, which we're offering you right now. First, cardiovascular system strength check. Take your pulse before you start the test. Use the automatic pressure measurement device for this. You can also find your pulse on your neck or wrist, count the number of beats in 20 seconds and multiply by 3. Do 30 squats quickly and then take your pulse again. How fast is it now? It's 0 to 10 beats faster, corresponds to the age of 20. If it's 10 to 20 beats faster, that corresponds to the age of 30. 20 to 30 beats faster, 40 years old. 30 to 40 beats faster, 50 years old. 40 and more beats faster, 60 years old. If you didn't manage to do 30 squats, you must be like 70. Second, sexuality check. You don't have to do anything here, just choose the answer that suits you. The question is, how often do you have sex, or how often could you have it? Then check the answers and your age. 6 to 7 times a week corresponds to the age of 20. If have or want to have sex 2 to 3 times a week, it seems like you're really 30. 4 to 7 times a month, 40 years old. 2 to 4 times a month, 50 years old. 1 to 2 times a month, 60 years old. Less often, 70 years old. Third, balance check. You're gonna need some help from someone close to you. Take off your shoes and socks, shut your eyes tightly, it's important, and stand on one leg. It doesn't matter if it's left or right. Raise the second leg about 10 centimeters either way. From now on, your partner should know the time with a stopwatch. So how long did you manage to stand still? 30 seconds or more corresponds to the age of 20. If you manage to stand still for 25 seconds, it means that you're 30 inside. 20 seconds, 40 years old. 15 seconds, 50 years old. 10 seconds, 60 years old. And 5 seconds and less, 70 years old. 4. Skin condition check. Pinch the skin on the back of your hand with your thumb and index finger for 5 seconds. You can count 121, 122, 125. Your skin will turn white. Hurry up and check the time. How many seconds will it take for the white spot to look regular? Less than 5 seconds, you're 20 years old. 5 seconds, 30 years old. If it took about 10 seconds for your skin to get its regular color, then you're 40. About 15 seconds, 50 years old. About 20 seconds, 60 years old. More than 20 seconds, 70 years old. 5. Reaction time check. Ask someone of your family members to help you. They should take a 50 centimeter long plastic or wooden school ruler with their fingers at the 0 mark and hold it upright with the long part up, approximately at the chest level or a bit lower. You place your hand about 10 centimeters lower. By command, your partner releases the ruler and you try to grab it with your thumb and index finger. How good did you do it? You've caught the ruler at the mark of 20 centimeters, that means your biological age is 20. At the mark of 25 centimeters, 30 years old. At the mark of 35 centimeters, 40 years old. At the mark of 45 centimeters, 50 years old. If you've caught the ruler at the very edge, 50 centimeters mark, 60 years old. And if you didn't manage to catch the ruler, you're 70. 6. Flexibility check. Stand up straight, legs shoulder width, lean forward, bend your knees so that it is comfortable and try to touch the floor. What do you have? If you manage to put your palms on the floor, your real age is 20. If you touch the floor with your fingers, you're 30 years old. If your fingers reach the feet and the floor was lower just by an inch, your age is 40. If your fingers reach the middle of the shin, your biological age is 50. If you manage to touch only your knees, your age is 60. And if you didn't manage to reach out your knees, you're 70. 7. Mobility check. Go back in time to your school physical education lessons and try to link your hands behind your back at shoulder blade level. Remember that for this check, you need to put one hand behind your back from above over your shoulder, the other from below. They should meet approximately at shoulder blade level. So what did you get? You managed to link your hands so you're 20. If your fingers touched each other but you couldn't join your hands, you are 30. If your hands almost touch one another and the distance between fingers is less than 10 centimeters, you're 40. If your hands didn't touch one another and the distance between fingers is more than 10 centimeters, you're 50 years old. If you managed to put your hands behind your back only, your biological age is 60. If you couldn't put your hands behind your back, bad news, you're 70. Now, add up all the age figures from each of the tests and divide them by 7. This number is your biological age. Share your biological age with us in the comments below. Of course, these are not the only ways to check your fitness age. If you have a very active sport routine, your favorite exercises will help you to determine your biological age, since they deal with important body parameters. Consider the following. Oxygen intake. This is to estimate your maximum oxygen intake. Run 1 and 6 kilometers, preferably in the fresh air, then check your results. If it took you less than 7.20 seconds, you're 25. 7 to 7.40 seconds, 35. 7.40 to 8 seconds, 45 years old. 8 to 8.40 seconds, 55 years old. More than 8.40 seconds, 65 years old. Push-ups. How good do you manage the weight of your own body? Find it out by doing as many push-ups as you can. Note, your body must stay straight and your chest must touch the floor every time you do a push-up. If you manage to do 28 push-ups, it means your biological age is 25. If your result is 21 push-ups, you're 35. 16 push-ups correspond to the age of 45. 12 push-ups, 55 years old. 11 push-ups, 65 years old. Coordination test. People in good shape have good coordination, which cannot be trained by running and lifting on biceps. Grab a jump rope and do some jumps to warm up. And then make as many consecutive jumps on one leg as you can. Do it again on the other leg. The smaller of the two attempts is your final result. If you've done 50 jumps, your age is 25. If your result is 45 jumps, you're 35. If you've done 35 jumps, your age is 45. 25 jumps correspond to the age of 55. Finally, 10 jumps correspond to the age of 65. Now, add up the age figures that you've got from the oxygen intake, push-ups, and coordination tests and divide them by 3. Before you get the final result, perform another test. Flexibility test. Take a broom or a mop, legs shoulder width, feet a little bit apart. Keep the stick or what you have instead right above your head. To pass the test, sit down so that your hands are level and parallel above your legs without bending your torso in front of you. Did you manage to pass the flexibility test? If yes, take 1 away from your age figure. If no, add up 3 to your age figure. Share your real age with us. Now, that's it. Do you know more ways to check your real age? Today, you've learned 2 ways how to determine your biological age. We hope it was interesting. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and press the bell button in order not to miss something curious. See you later!